Hey guys, welcome back. Today, we are going to be going over my 9 in 2019 brands I want to try wish list, whether I tried them or not, and if not, why, if they're still going to be on my wish list, and what brands I tried instead of them. Before I get started into that, I do have the giveaway winner for the I'm Thankful for You holiday giveaway, and it is Angie Long. I have sent her an email, so I'm just waiting to hear back from her to verify all of her information and stuff. So, let's go ahead and hop in. This look I did not film today. I did it with the Little Briar Rose palette that we got in the BoxyCharm premium box. Really been enjoying that palette, and I am a little surprised that I've been enjoying it so much. I've got my laptop set up too because I thought I could look through and see what some of the brand's recent releases are if I haven't tried them. So the first brand that I wanted to try in 2019, and I actually had wanted to try it for ever, is Hourglass for their ambient lighting setting powders, and I did pick that up this year. This is the Hourglass Ghost palette, and it has got the different ambient powders, I guess. And I was super unimpressed with this palette, almost to a point where I'm like really disappointed that I bought it. Everyone gives it such rave reviews, and it's not that it's a bad product, but it is not so much better than everything else that I've tried that it's worth what it costs to me. So I've tried it, and I can say now that I'm not impressed by it. I can compare it to drugstore brands and share what I would purchase instead of those. So that one is checked off the list. The second brand I wanted to try in 2019 was Linda Hallberg, and that was for the mood crayons. I'll put a little picture up here. I did not get around to trying those in 2019. They're not going to be on my wish list for 2020. And the reason why is there were several times I almost bought them, and I ended up watching reviews, and there's a lot of good reviews on the boldness and the pigment that you can get from them, but there's also a lot of reviews that they don't stay in the waterline. And I thought for that price, plus shipping internationally, I'll just go with my ColourPop ones. And even though they dry out faster probably than the Linda Hallberg ones are, for me it's just a better option right now. I can get more of a variety of colors since I swap between colors so often when I do my eye looks. So not picking up those. The third brand I want to try was Menagerie Cosmetics. I did not get to try Menagerie Cosmetics this year. They are still way up there at the top of my wish list. I definitely think I'm going to try to get something from Menagerie Cosmetics in 2020. I really want to try their single eyeshadows. There just was never, I kept waiting for that like perfect release of a palette for me, and there wasn't. But now they've released the single one, so I'm just keeping my eye out for a really good sale on those, and then I'll probably pick those up. All right, the fourth brand that was on my wish list was Suva Beauty, and I did try Suva Beauty. I really wanted to try their hydrogel liners. I picked up 4 colors, so I got yellow, blue, red, and white, and the reason I got those was I thought I could make a lot of colors with those. I really do enjoy these. They're great because like they're never going to dry out because they're water activated, and you just like when you mix the colors, you just take a little chunk out from whatever colors you want to mix. You get your brush wet and you wet them, and then you can deepen it up with more of one color. You can lighten it with using the white. You can just use the white. I've actually done liner with just the white. You can get it to be very opaque, which is hard with a white liner, and their brushes are awesome. I picked up the 620 and I think I got the 610, so they're so tiny that you can just get a really nice fine line with that. So really, oh, here, what is it? The 610. So the 610 is very fine and pointed as well. Really enjoy Suva liners, and I definitely would recommend those. The fifth one, which I'm going to look up because I don't really think I've talked about them very much, is Makeup Maniac. I don't know if they've really come out. Let's see, what is this? Love Sick is their last palette, and that's not really interesting to me. Oh, they did have a really pretty holiday palette, but not one that's on my wish list. I just think maybe they have slid off the wish list, actually. The sixth one I wanted to try was Fancy Beauty Cosmetics, and now I'm trying to think why. Some of these I know why I wanted to try them, and some of them I'm like, where did I have that on my wish list for? Yeah, nothing is really looking overly interesting. They have lots of single shadows, and I don't think they've really released much this year at all, if anything. 17 weeks ago is their last post, and I don't think they're new releases. So that was August. That is no longer on my wish list of brands I want to try. Gimme Glow Cosmetics was on my wish list. That was on my wish list in 2018 as well. And boy, are they going to be at the top of my wish list for 2020. I mean, like, I am in love with their swatches. Those shadow swatches are probably the swatches that I am most drawn to on Instagram. They're so bold and pigmented and opaque and shiny, and I do want to try them. It seems like every time I go to get something, the thing I want is sold out on their website. I really wanted some of those, they were like Thanksgiving duos, and then I wanted this blue, there was a blue quad, and everything was sold out by the time I got there. So I haven't tried anything yet, but I'm thinking 2020 is going to be the year for Gimme Glow Cosmetics, for sure. 8th on the list was Mater Makeup Labs, and I really wanted to try that brand because they're just so fun with all of their makeup, with their names and the colors and the combinations and things like that. But I haven't really seen a lot this year that has interested me. And I feel like they got a little dicey on the names. And remember, I've got 2 young girls who love playing in my makeup, one that can read now. I'm just kind of steering away from that brand for right now. And there hasn't really been anything that's jumped out to me. The brand that's kind of taken their place on my wish list is Makeup a Murder, because that's so much better for little girls to be reading those names, right? I know, guys. But they have had some fun things come out. So it'll be interesting to see if that falls on my brands I want to try in 2020. The next one was number 9, and it was Glaminatrix. And boy, I wish I would have bought that Sandra Rose palette. I knew I was going to wish that I had bought it. I don't know why I never bought it. It was just like every time I went to, I ended up not purchasing it. But that's going to be the one that got away from me, I think. They haven't really launched anything since then, so it'll be interesting to see what they come out with in 2020 in terms of a color scheme. I would think that they would come out with another palette, because I think that's the only palette they launched in 2019. Yeah, I mean, like, we've been talking about that Sandra Rose palette since the beginning of last year. Why didn't I buy that? I don't know. But that's another brand, kind of like Gimme Glow Cosmetics, where they really catch my eye with their swatches and their color combinations, and it is still on the wish list. And then for some reason I had 10. The 10th one I had on there was Terra Moon Cosmetics, and I feel like they do some pretty inner corner highlights, but I also feel like they're also Australian. Are they Australian also? They have some really pretty shifting kinds of shades, and I feel like that's kind of what they've been more known for in the beauty community, but I guess nothing has super caught my eye that I haven't been able to get elsewhere, which is why I haven't picked it up. But I don't think that's going to stay on my wish list for 2020. So that was all of the brands that I wanted to try in 2019. I tried 1, 2, 3... Only 3 of them? I only tried 3 of them. But let's see how many have been kicked off. Linda Hallberg, Makeup Maniac, Fancy Beauty, Mater Makeup Labs, and Terra Moon. So 5 have been kicked off the wish list. So I guess through the year I reevaluated those brands, whether I needed to purchase them or not. And 2 are still on it, and that's Give Me Glow and Glaminatrix. So you guys already know 2 of the, I don't know how many, maybe I'll do 10 in 2020 brands I want to try. So you know 2 of them already. But let's talk about what brands I did try instead of all of these, because I was trying new brands this year. Really just kind of stuck to eyeshadows in terms of new things I've tried this year, because that was the majority of what I tried. Let's just go ahead, because the brands I did try are brands I'm really excited that I got to try. So I got to try Love Lux Beauty this year. This was the For the Love of Fall palette, and I was really pleased with these shadows, the formula, pigmentation, all of that. So Love Lux Beauty is what I tried. I tried Navla this year with the Secret palette and really enjoyed this formula and brand as well. I've been using this one quite a lot. This is, for me, it's a good travel palette because I can get a colorful look or I can get a neutral look depending on how I feel for the day. I tried Colored Rain with this Beauty Rust palette that I got in the mystery box. Wasn't my favorite eyeshadow formula that I've ever tried, but it wasn't a bad eyeshadow formula either. I tried Glisten Cosmetics. I got this Totally Botany palette. This was probably one of my most exciting purchases of the year. I was so excited for this color story, and it was probably my biggest flop of the year in terms of eyeshadows that I tried. I just didn't feel like they were as pigmented as the majority of the other eyeshadows that I get are. So I probably should go back into this and play with it a little bit just to reevaluate it. But I think I did 2 or 3 looks with this. So there should be a video up on my channel with this if you want to see me using this palette. I recently have tried Glam Light, and this is one that probably would have made it onto my 2020 brands I want to try if I had not gotten the VIP Black Friday VIP box, which I did an unboxing of that and used these palettes in it in my video, and they're amazing. I love this brand. This is definitely something that I would pick up in the future from this brand because their shimmers and their mattes are so beautiful. This is the Veggie palette, and this is the Meat Lovers palette, and oh my gosh, these pinks right here are so pretty. And then 2 other brands. I think I only tried 2 other brands this year. Lethal Cosmetics is one of the brands that I tried this year, and I'm absolutely in love with these shadows. These are definitely in my top 5 eyeshadows that I own. Cannot wait to purchase more of these. I will probably purchase more from Lethal Cosmetics in 2020. I've been waiting a while for a good sale, so I'll be keeping my eye out to try some more of these. And then I also tried Midas Cosmetics. So I got the Lemonade palette, and I really, really like this palette. And then I also got the Flower Bomb palette, and this is a really pretty palette as well with all those pastels. I'll be pulling this one back out around springtime. Not that I don't wear whatever colors I want whenever, but this one definitely, like, when I think spring, I think of this palette. So I'll be pulling that out come spring. I tried Ruby May Cosmetics this year. So these are Ruby May here. Some of my shadows are missing because I did they're still in my October Build Your Own palette. I will get back to that. I just have not had time. I love the Ruby May formula, and I really, really like their clay formula. I don't have the clay one in here, but it's so, like, it's just so blendable, and it blends really well with other shades as well. It's just like a kind of a creamier consistency, I guess. So Ruby May is another brand I tried. So these are from Moon Cosmetics. That is the other brand I tried. I tried a mystery bag from them. And then I did try one other brand, and so here is the color kit from Yes Glitters. This was a collab with Makeup by Abby, and I did really enjoy this. This is a really nice rainbow palette if you want to, if you don't have one, but I also think that it has some tones of the shades of the rainbow that are maybe new as well, even if you do have color. And then this one was a collab with Christina Rice Makeup, and this is a more neutral color, but I really do like these blues that are in here, and this was really nice formula as well. Once again, I'm not a super fan of the glitters. You know what? Have they launched anything? Well, they did. They had the Autumn Nights palette is the last thing that she launched. So I would think that something soon would be coming from her. Those are, I think, all the eyeshadow brands that I tried in 2019 and what I did get around to trying for my wish list. I will be crafting my 2020 wish list soon, and that's so stressful to like kick some brands off of it, but you have to if you want to be on a low buy, and you cannot try everything. And I will say, even being on a low buy this year, I felt like some months I was overwhelmed with getting makeup looks filmed from what I had purchased that month, and I don't even really feel like I got a good grasp on the things that I did get. I mean, with a lot of the palettes that I got and a lot of the eyeshadows I got, I did 1 or 2 looks with them and set them to the side. And that is definitely not what I want for my makeup. I really thought being on a low buy with only 3 purchases a month, which I don't even think I used all of those, and we're in December and I've gotten nothing so far. I thought I would feel like I didn't have enough to do with makeup. Like I needed more, and I did not feel like that. If anything, I still felt overwhelmed by how much makeup I had, especially eyeshadows. Not that I'm saying that's not going to happen in 2020, because eyeshadows are probably still going to be the thing that I want to try the most of. And there's so many great indie brands out there that I still want to try. But we will talk more about that in my low buy update and 2020 wish list. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. My 2-year giveaway will be coming up soon as well. So just make sure you've got your notifications on. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.